Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. Hola, soy yo, Vicky Marie. Now, I wasn't going to do this story, but everybody has got to see this woman's face. I'm so angry. If you're an animal lover like me, be prepared to be angry, to be upset. But this woman needs her face blasted all over social media. So, si seas mujer, uh, amador de los animales, hay que estar preparado para ser muy molestado. Está muy molestada con esta historia. So this is Bimbo and Max, these two little dogs, little Yorkshire Terriers. Look, I'm crying already. Bimbo and Max. This is the horrible woman who owned them, who never deserved them in the first place. So this woman, Concha, honestly, if you're British and you're in Alicante, just remember this woman's face. So this is Concha, and do you know what she did? So let me just read it in Spanish first. La mujer lanzó a Bimba y Max dos Yorkshire Terrier porque estaba harta de que siempre le tocará a ella sacarlos a pasear. In other words, she threw them off her balcony because she was sick of being the one who had to take them out for a walk. So she murdered these dogs by throwing them off the balcony. So let's have a look at the article. Oh, they've blocked her face out there. Don't block her face out. Should not block her face out. So Concha tiró a sus perros por la ventana. And she works in the town hall. She threw the dogs out the window. She works in the town hall. And she's a sister-in-law of apparently the biggest animal lover of Alicante. Trabaja en el Ayuntamiento y es cuñada del mayor animalista de Alicante. So she threw them out of the window because she was sick of taking them out for a walk. Threw them out of an 8th floor window. Fueron lanzados de un 8º piso el pasado domingo en Alicante. Now, the whole country, España, está enfadada. There's demonstrations in the streets around that woman. I hope she's going to get prosecuted for this. This is cárcel. Necesitamos cárcel para esta mujer. La crueldad. I mean, how cruel can you get? How could you throw your little dogs out of a window? How? How is that possible? What kind of person are you? So thousands of people have been demonstrating against Concha, who turned out to be a worker in the town, the Alicante town hall, and sister-in-law of one of apparently the biggest animal sort of campaigners. 53 years old, 53 años, arrojó a sus dos perros de raza Yorkshire Terrier llamados Bimba y Max. This is all over social media in Spain, all over TikTok, all over YouTube. Because don't ever think that Spanish people aren't animal lovers. They are animal lovers. They love their animals. And they cannot believe that this woman has done this. It's disgusting. So I hope I hope Bimbo and Max are going to get some. Look, they're even giving the street here. So this was Domingo 23 de marzo sobre la una hora o las 13 horas en la calle Sol Naciente de Alicante, en el barrio de la Albufereta, cuando los viandantes oyeron unos ruidos extraños y al momento vieron caer desde una ventana del 8º piso a un perro. So, I'm sorry, I can hardly read it. So they heard some strange noises, the neighbours, the people who live there, and at that moment they saw a dog fall out the window. Then, A continuación vieron que una mujer lanzaba al vacío otros objetos. Oh, because she threw all this stuff out as well, you know, like the baskets, etc., que resultaron ser la cama, la correa y los juguetes del animal. And so she threw out all their toys and their lead and bed, and then the other pet, the other dog, both died on impact. Ooh. So, of course, they found her on Facebook. This is the road. So she's thrown them out of the 8th floor of one of these type flats. So she's been called a murderer and a psychopath. Good God. What's going to happen? Something's got to happen. Anyway, I will keep you posted, because this is what they're saying in this article that people are saying. La persona responsable de los hechos debe pagar por lo que ha hecho legalmente, con toda la fuerza de la ley, y aunque es evidente que no tiene las facultades mentales normales. So he's saying that the person responsible has got to be held responsible for what they've done legally with all the force of the law. And although it's obvious that they're not right in the head, basically, that means nobody, nadie, bajo ningún concepto, puede jamás maltratar a un animal. Nobody, for any reason, should ever mistreat an animal. And for that, they, y por tanto debe responder ante la justicia por lo que ha hecho. Va a responder por ello. Os lo aseguro, no va a quedar impune. So in other words, what they're saying is they've got to pay for it, can't be left. So I don't know what the rules are. There's got to, you know, there are strong rules in Spain, protection of, and you know, rejection of animal cruelty. And what they're saying here, because they've been saying for a while in Spain that people should have a psychological evaluation before they are allowed to have an animal. You sort of can't help but believe it. Now, I had a friend, well, I can't even call her a friend. I knew a person a few years ago. Do you know what? Did exactly the same thing. When I say exactly the same thing, she didn't throw her dogs out of a window, but because she moved to a place where she would have to take them out. Because before that, she had 2 dogs, beautiful dogs, loving dogs. Oh, you know, I remember those dogs. And she moved to a place where there was no garden. So she'd just been letting them go out in the garden, fair enough. Because she moved to a place where there was no garden, she had them put down. So I think, you know, as you can imagine, that was the last time I ever spoke to her. I still cannot believe what she did, because she was a lazy cow who couldn't be bothered to take them out for a walk. So she had them put down, and they were young. How she found a vet to do it, I don't know. I think she struggled to find one. One of them had to be given several injections because their heart was so strong, because they were just young dogs. It's just heartbreaking. So there's quite a few people, friends, we didn't speak to her ever again, and she never saw anything wrong with it. It's just like, oh, fancy falling out over dogs. What a bitch. And you know, now she's got more dogs. She should never have been allowed to have more dogs after what she did. And she doesn't understand even why anybody was angry with her. She's a lazy cow who couldn't be bothered walking her dogs that she'd had for years. You know, a few years anyway. You know, I mean, well, not that there's any excuse however long you've had them. But yeah, she made a half-hearted attempt to rehome them. But instead of taking them to a sanctuary, which of course you probably couldn't do, because you'd have to say to them, they'll be saying, oh, why don't you want the dogs anymore? Because I'm a lazy fat cow who can't be bothered taking them out. That she wouldn't want to say that, would she? To the refuge. There you go. Anyway, so you can see I'm angry now. I'm angry. But these two little angels, these two little dogs that never did anybody any harm. So like them a candle, but this woman, Concha, let's have the picture of her face actually on again. I want to see her face. Don't forget her face, because you know what, if you live in Alicante, where's it gone? It's disappeared now. Why is this not? Well, let me go back to where I was. Oh, because it's here. It is. Right, hang on. Is it sharing? No, let's go back. I want people to see Concha's face, because I want everyone to know. I don't know who's watching this video. I'm going to put this on my Spanish and English channel as well. I was going to do it half in English and half in Spanish, but I've got too angry now. I want to speak in English. I want to speak, quiero hablar en inglés porque estoy muy enfadada. So it's these little babies. Oh, what a bitch. You're a bitch. Total bitch. Look at the state of you, sat there, smug face. How dare you? How dare you? There's a special place in hell for people like you. What a cruel, horrible, cold-hearted thing to do. I'll tell you, I know what Spanish is. She won't even be able to step out in the street because people are so angry towards her. God, yeah, you could do with taking them out for a walk. Oh, God, I'm so angry. So angry. Look at you, you smug, horrible woman. Oh, so please join me. Prayers for little Bimba and Max. How dare she? How dare she do it? How dare she do it? This woman, at the very least, has got to be prevented from ever having animals again. And the cruelty of doing that. That is a psychopathic act. Who could do it? You know, how could you do that? Who would have that in their mind to do? Honest God, I am just so angry. I don't normally like to do sort of videos about things like this because I get so angry, but it's been coming up on my TikTok, and I just thought I've just got to talk about this and show this woman's face. The biggest reason that I'm doing this is because I want her face to be seen. Anyone who might possibly be watching this, who might know this woman, please, I just want this to be shown and her face to be shown. Bitch. Bye.